So welcome. I'm just making sure my camera's gonna work because I keep recording and then I forget to plug in my camera. But I'm still gonna post the videos because there's so much goodness in them. I can't let the way the audio comes out. And it's so funny. You pay so much money for all this recording equipment and microphone setup, and you make all the efforts to make the corner and still you end up with absolutely shit audio, shit shit video because you still can't get the lighting right and you forget to plug in your microphone. So it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. And so that's the energy that's coming through right now. Maybe I'm just gonna roll with this as my video and hope that the audio is just gonna run with it because that feels significant. It all feels significant. As soon as I get on here, there is a flow for me to just create whatever wants to be created in this space. And so I'm dedicating a practice this month to making a video per day. Um, I might pre-record them and post them and schedule blah blah blah. But that's just it. It doesn't matter. If you were born to create, which you are, we're all born creators of our lives, of families, of careers, of businesses, of new ways to live and navigate in the world, of art, of music, of I get full body chills as I'm saying this. Like it's all, we're just creators. And it feels like this is the season to create. And so that is why I am, I'm committing. I'm committing to being a creator, even if it isn't perfect. And that pisses me off a little bit. And I'm sorry if you can hear as I move this around, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's the message that's coming through, and that's wow, so powerful for us to acknowledge. So maybe you're someone that's like me a little bit. Also, by the way, my name is Randy Morgan. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I make these videos in hopes that it will help someone today. If it helps just one person today, then I've done my work. And so that is my intention, that I can just help at least one human being on their journey today navigate with a little bit more grace, a little bit more ease, a little bit more with a little bit more joy in this wild journey we call life. And so to come back to what I was saying is that I myself have been struggling to show up into this space. I feel so passionate when I do. I love coming here. I love performing. That's something that's really been coming online again, I could say, from when I was a child. There's inner child things awakening within me when I come into my passionate space, but I resist it. I'm like, oh no, I don't have appropriate lighting, and I'm buying a new couch and I should wait, and oh, but Lou is annoying, like my dog, he gets it, excuse me, he gets in the way, and oh, and then I forget to plug in my microphone and I just can't make it perfect all the time, and I don't know what I'm gonna say until I sit down, and then I'm like, oh, well, maybe that'll work, and then I record the video and then it doesn't sound or look how I want it to sound, and my hair's weird, and I don't identify with how I look. There are all these excuses that I have. As you can see, I have a mountain. I have a whole list that goes on and on and on. And it doesn't matter because the whole reason we create is to be in the creator energy. It's not about what you're creating. It's not about who likes it or who gets to it. I genuinely hope that this helps somebody. But at the end of the day, it's just for me to express myself in however that weird expression is gonna be. And it's weird and it's fun and it's quirky and I've got crazy hair and all of the above. It just needs to be. And that is the medicine. The medicine is just the being, right? And me just being in my beingness here is what's going to make me money. Not actually logically, but spiritually, energetically. Me being in this creator space is how I get into the whatever you want to call it, frequency, vibration, the flow of of life. You know, to be in that divine synchronistic flow. Do you know what I'm saying? Where life is just like the two drift cars doing the tandem. You know what I'm saying? That, that, that is freedom. Right here. Just being in the creator space. And so really this is all I need to do. This is all you need to do. This is the message that's coming through. I hope my microphone is working. Otherwise it's gonna be shitty audio again. But that's fine. It's fine. Because it's about creating. And so if you're receiving this message, I truly, truly hope that you are hearing what's coming through. You were born to create. Please stop procrastinating. You're creating. Like, just create. Create. Put it out there. Make a post. Who gives a rat's behind how many likes it gets or shares or who sees it? It's for you. At the end of the day, we create to express ourselves, express what's going on, express the chaos in our brain. At least that's what I'm doing because there's so much that goes on in there. And when I express myself, I don't overly express myself in inappropriate situations like at work or in a simple, lunch conversation with my mom. I'm not like, oh my God, my life is so intense and I'm grieving. No, because I come on here and I hold space for it and I express it in an appropriate space where people can pick and choose if they want to be a part of it or not. And it's not just me word vomiting on a coworker or my mom while they're on lunch or having a break. You know what I mean? Like we're born creators, and if you're a little bit of a tortured genius like myself, where that unexpressed creator gets clogged up or really full and then it just like comes out in really weird ways and inappropriate ways and then you talk a lot with your hands and you don't know why and it's just because there's this energy that's trying to express itself and it hasn't been expressing lately so it's coming out in all forms. If you get it, you get it. You know what I'm saying. So what's that song? Express yourself, release the flow, express yourself. I think it's by Zed's Dead. um like if it's dancing, if it's singing, if it's, just let yourself play, get into the creator, get into the space, even if nobody sees it. Get into the space, set up your microphone, put up the camera, press record, just like I did. I pressed record. I was simply just testing if my microphone is going to work. I still don't know to this moment because I started recording and then I just flowed. It's just flowing. And I was like, well, I can't stop now because the whole video editing thing doesn't work for me. And so I know where my boundary is there. I just go for it. And if it's working, it's working. If it's not, then you're still going to get the message with shitty audio or shitty visual. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm just creating to create because I feel better doing it. And so I really truly hope that this inspires somebody in some way, shape, or form to just get into that flow where you just create and you get chills because you're in the pocket. You're in the, what do they call that? Alpha, theta, delta. You know what I mean? it just, oh, it just feels good. It just feels good to be here. And even if nobody sees this, even if I don't save it, even if it doesn't get posted, even if it's just me rambling in my little corner, I feel so good in this moment. And I've been questioning what is missing. What is missing in my life lately? And I've been working really hard. I've been catching up on bills. I've been, you know, tending to my emotional needs as I normally do because it's what I'm most passionate about. But a lot of the times it's pretty devastating work, especially when you're just a cup full of trauma. And so, like, don't get me wrong, I love it, and I have happy moments, and I love my life, and I'm very grateful for a lot of things. But there's been like this little dull, just like meh, like what am I missing, and now that I'm here in this space, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing this whole time. Is just me in my meanness, me just being allowed to be free in my meanness without a schedule or responsibilities or holding the weight of anything. It's just me and my meanness. And so this is your message, to let you find your eunice wherever that may be. And to be totally honest too, like, I have a very beautiful senior dog, and I love him so dearly. I guarantee you he knows I'm talking about him right now because he's so intuitive. But I rarely give myself moments away from him when I'm not at work, because the mother in me feels guilty for not being around as much as I can before he leaves Earth. And but I always am holding myself responsible for tending to him when I'm not at work. And so it's like, even when I get home, I'm still kind of working a little bit because I'm being a mom, or I'm, being a fur baby mom. Um and he has a lot of needs, and he, but I know that he sleeps better when I'm not in the room, when I, especially if I'm doing like these, like, he gets the rest he needs when I step out of the house for a bit. And um yeah, there's just different ways that I'm learning to tend to his needs and my needs. And so, anyways, it's just like finding this balance between the energies, and recognizing when I come into this space, when you come into this space, where you let yourself step away and have that hour away from your family, or being a mom, or being a dad, or just being responsible for any living creature, including the plants that you love so dearly. um to just step away from all of that for a moment and let yourself be in a little bubble where you can just not worry about what the dog or the cat or the kid or the partner or the parent or the what there none of them are doing. Like, just come into your little creative juicy bubble where you can just flow, and whatever that looks like. Maybe it's paint. I do this a lot with paint, as you can see. Maybe I should do it more often because I've been looking at these a lot lately, and I'm like, oh my gosh, those are so fun. But just whatever that looks like. Sometimes it's music for me. Sometimes I find it's this. It's this. This is where it really gets juicy. And so if you've been trying to, thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and you're like, oh, but like all of the things, just go for it. Just give her. Set up your phone on a table and just talk to it, because it's not about, once again, it's not about what the world thinks about it. It's about you being in the energy of creating, because that is your medicine. That is your medicine to the world, regardless of what the world thinks, and that is your medicine to you. I think I'm going to leave it there. If you've made it to the end of the video, please do drop me a rainbow in the comments to let me know you've made it to the end. That's super helpful. It also helps my algorithm. I'm going to see how magical we can expand this community. If you're here and you resonate with what I'm sharing, you're definitely Soul Tribe. So thank you so much for taking the time. I love you so dearly, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Till next time. Bye for now.